As we begin the book of Vayikra, the book of Leviticus this week, the question arises once again, what is the relevant modern meaning that we can find by reading through these descriptions of animal sacrifices? Why do we bother reading this book when we haven't offered a sacrifice as a Jewish community in 2,000 years since the temple was destroyed in Jerusalem? It is foreign to us, and even some might say it's barbaric. We should move on. And so we look to the commentaries to try to figure out the relevant modern meaning that we can gain from reading through this book once again. And the Rabbi Moses ben Nachman, known in English as Nachmanides, lived in Spain in the 1200s and had this fascinating mystical kind of concept to try to understand what sacrifice can mean today. Even in his time, it was 1200 years since the temple was destroyed, just as foreign in Nachmanides' time as it is for us today. And so he suggests that the name of God that is mentioned in this portion teaches us a lesson about what we are supposed to think about and how we are supposed to relate to God in reading through these sacrifices. Because it's not Elohim, it's not El Shaddai, it's not any other name of God, but rather Adonai, Yud-He Vav-He, which according to the rabbis is the ultimate, truest name of God, the most powerful, most awesome name. And so by bringing a sacrifice, we are supposed to bring the ultimate, truest sense of ourselves as part of this service. So let's think about that for one moment. When we go to synagogue to pray, it's rare that we actually get into the moment and are moved to tears by that process. We could remember times in which that has happened in our life, but it certainly doesn't happen every day or even every week at Shabbat services. But that's the point, Nachmanides says, that when we bring the sacrifice, it is supposed to move us to tears. It is supposed to represent a rending of our soul and our giving of ourselves and joining with God. And that mystical concept is what we're supposed to think about and inspire us as we do Jewish things today. Sacrifices don't happen, but there are other mitzvot that we can perform that if we have the proper intention, we can be giving of ourselves totally and connecting to God. Shabbat Shalom.